All morons hate it when you call them a moron. And what happens when you say, fuck the morons? Well, they hate it even more. What started as a liberal spin to cover up people madly chanting, fuck Joe Biden, at a NASCAR race in Alabama, has now turned into a full-blown revolution. And there's no stopping it. Such is the effect of these three sweet words that a cloud of gloom has descended upon the liberal lobby in the US. See, I'm an Indian, but as a Trump fan, it gives me immense pleasure to say, let's go Brandon. Okay, once more. Let's go Brandon. Okay, one last time. Let's go Brandon. Hi and welcome. This is TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. And I'm your host, Atul Mishra. In this video, I will tell you how Let's Go Brandon has turned into a full-blown revolution and why the liberals are scared shitless about it. Let's begin. The United States of America has a glorious history of holding incumbent presidents and their administrations accountable for all that they do, especially in the era of Donald Trump, which, by the way, is far from over. Democrats took to viciously attacking the former president. They insulted, denigrated, and personally attacked him in the most distasteful of ways. Now the tables have turned, and Republicans, conservatives, and American patriots at large are returning the favor with equal, if not more, fervor. Americans have grown a new hobby. They now say, fuck Joe Biden at the drop of a hat. However, being shameless and biased as it is, mainstream American media recently sought to shield their master from the public's outburst of anger against the Democrats. Here's how it all started. The craze began after an NBC Sports reporter at a NASCAR race in Alabama covered up abuses hurled at Joe Biden and replaced the profane chant by the fans as an expression of support for driver Brandon Brown. The reporter suggested that they were chanting, "Let's go Brandon," to cheer the driver, but it became increasingly clear they were saying, "Fuck Joe Biden." Now the cover-up attempt by the NBC journalist has turned into a national sensation. As if to mock mainstream, Democrat-supportive media, Americans are now chanting, "Let's go Brandon," at a mass level. The slogan is being printed on t-shirts, posters, and practically everything printable. The best part is Democrats are not liking it a tad bit. When President Biden visited a construction site in suburban Chicago a few weeks ago to promote his vaccinate or test mandate, protesters deployed both the Brandon version and the original chant. A group chanted, "Let's go Brandon," outside a Virginia park when Biden made an appearance on behalf of the Democratic candidate for governor, Terry McAuliffe. However, Democrats were most outraged when a Southwest flight from Houston to Albuquerque, the pilot signed off his greeting over the public address system with "Let's go Brandon." Liberals and Democrats are not happy with the mass appeal that "Let's go Brandon" is fetching. According to Reason.com, some liberal media figures have decided that the comparatively mild "Let's go Brandon" chant is essentially a violent utterance. Asha Rangappa, a commentator for CNN, said it was akin to making a pro-ISIS statement. Another CNN analyst, Juliet Kayyem, who is a Harvard professor, said the passengers on that flight should file complaints with the Federal Aviation Administration. Meanwhile, progressive political strategist and commentator Chris Hahn accused the pilot of sympathizing with terrorists. CNN's Joe Lockhart attacked Southwest for not immediately firing the pilot. The airline is investigating the incident. The entire "Let's Go Brandon" fiasco has done a magnificent job at exposing the blatant hypocrisy of liberals and Democrats. When Donald Trump was president, Democrats hurled the choices of abuses at the man. They even declared an entire movement called "Not My President" to convey how Donald Trump was an illegitimate president. Now, when Joe Biden is at the receiving end of abuses and distasteful comments, Democrats are behaving like headless chicken. Joe Biden's actions have been disastrous, and Americans do not like the president a bit. The United States, which claims to be the leading democracy in the world and a beacon of liberty, under Democrats' insidious rule is becoming a country where citizens are not allowed to express their thoughts and where Americans' First Amendment rights have gone for a complete toss. Democrats, who claim to be the mantle carriers of free speech, are ironically the ones who are brazenly attacking the very concept without an iota of shame. Such is their intolerance that a mere phrase like "Let's go Brandon" has put their pants on fire.